Nigerian unity is not sacred, as the Biafran declaration have finally escaped the Fulani conquest. And just recently, the Fulani have now, focused on swallowing the Southwest
over tax reform.
Yeah, over tax reform. Welcome, Mr. Ram.
Thank you so much. That's a topicality, one of the topicalities I like to at least, speak on. Because you can see, recently someone said, the house has produced the grain. Sorghum, is under grain. Sorghum triangular, I think. Sorghum is this millet. So then they produce, what do you call it? Another grain, something product that is under grain is corn. You use FOP from corn, even corn, to brew beer. This barley grows in the north too, and other grains that is used to brew beer. But do you know why? They are the farmers and they don't have breweries there. Is that not out of illiteracy? They don't have international brewery, something that can brew beer in the north, since their farmers are responsible for production, quantity of millet, barley, and other grains that are coming into southern Nigeria. Do you know why? The Hausas pretend as if we don't know that they are bunches of hypocrites. I mean the Fulani, not Hausa. Why? You made it, compulsory that beer, alcohol should not be consumed in the northern Nigeria. Which is why you ban beer, you ban any alcohol drink, at least the sales in the north. And remember that if unbanned, all these products, they will sell well. And what? Thereby giving you enough income from taxation. Then we that allows it, we allow it in our region in the south here. We allow it in the various, let me say, localities in the southwest.
Because you don't practice Sharia.
Yes, wait. We allow it everywhere in the southeastern Nigeria, various communities, various commercial cities. We allow it, we sell it, we realize huge incomes. Beers, alcohols are consumed in Lagos, sold in Lagos. Beers, all manners of alcohols are consumed in River State, sold, manufactured, produced in River States. They generate incomes there. The incomes they generate general goes to the state government. The state government uses it to pay salary. It goes to the federal government. Federal government uses it to pay salary, whose servants, civil servants, and salary earners are largely the north. The north take home over 65% of money generated within the centrality from alcohol, from other basic, let me say, goods production. Alcohol is not, we don't depend on alcohol as our major revenue, generator. But all I know is that those breweries in Nigeria are basically located or built in Enugu, in Lagos, in Sangota. These are even in Benin, all over southeast, Aba, Awamama, they brew. They generate income. The tax collected from these states, Rivers, Lagos, Anambra, and so on and so forth, for federal, are being used to pay workers in Kano, to pay workers in Zamfara. These people, they turn their back on beer and alcohol because of what? One kind nonsense Sharia law. And they use the money realized from alcohol to pay Fulani salary there. And Fulani is not supporting alcohol because he's a man that is down. Fulani man is a man that is down with Islamic ideology. Islamic ideology against your life. Islamic ideology against what earn you income. That is madness and blindness. So what we are trying to say is that tax reform is what is breeding bad blood between Yoruba and the Fulani oligarchs or hegemony in the south, in the northeast, northwest, corner, everywhere in the north. That's why they want to make sure that they not only push Yoruba down, but consume Yoruba with their overwhelming anger. The fear of this tax reform is the beginning. of the wisdom of the Fulani man. It has come actually that we understood that the income generated in Lagos State, the income generated in Lagos State, the income generated in Lagos State, let me just say, is what the whole salary earners in Kano State consider. Think about how big Kano is. Lagos State salary revenue generation is what federal government is used to pay salary in Kano State. Does it make sense?
At all.
The generation of taxes in River State is what federal government use as well to pay all these northern states, and we are calling ourselves one country, and it has not done on them that they should begin a rethinking this time around. That haram, that Western civilization they call haram, is what gave them light today. Western civilization they call haram, boko, is what gave them phone, is what gave them ceiling fan, is what gave them what? AC, air condition. The Fulanis, they should actually understand that their conquest is over. It did not scale across mid-belt. It has never near the southeastern Nigeria. So if I could be in the shoes of the leaders, let me just mention one name, Achuaju Bola Ahmed. I will make sure that we fund that tax reform. We make sure that they debate it in the House and they must actually implement it. It is the functionality of the Department of Executive to implement laws. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Implement it because you are the highest office. Bros, like I was saying, if I could be in his shoe, Tinubu's shoe, Tinubu is having 100% opportunity to execute or implement that law. Because actually the North is at, loggerhead with Tinubu right now. In the local mosque, they all alufas, all manners of imam. They are watching off all these Arabic ritual writings on the slate with his name because of the reform. Inciting that Tinubu is heaping poverty, some kind of policy that heaps poverty on the North. I don't understand. Is it only the North? What the North wants in Nigeria is only what favors Fulani, what favors Islam, what favors Muslim, what favors Fulani. Is that the kind of life we should be living in this part of the world and see advancement and still get breakthrough in science and technology? We can't continue like this. All manners of mosque, they are preaching against Tinubu now. Mosque, imam in the mosque. The mosque now, the teaching in the mosque, they use Tinubu name. That Tinubu has finished North. He has been bringing poverty upon the North. Is that how to develop a country? Did Tinubu or Buhari, more or less, are they not the same? Buhari came with poverty. Tinubu came with poverty as well. Two of them are the same. Even if you ask me, I would actually tell you that Buhari's regime is worse because Buhari doesn't listen to anybody. So these people you see, they're all, let me tell you, that's why I always refer to them as, religious bigots. They will never do without religion. Whether they are dying or injuring themselves, they will stay within all that Arabic ideology and religious, umbrella that has never allowed Iran to understand the meaning of the fact that they have been tagged axis of evil. Yemen, Syria, Iran, Iraq. Lebanon escaped because Israel has won the war. Israel has defeated and reduced Hezbollah to their knees. So Lebanon seems to be escaping from the evil satanic axis of a thing.
Mr. Rab, do you know that the Northerners are calling this tax reform a weapon of regionalization or the destruction? That this tax reform must put in place the federal character, that it must also put in place, it must also reconsider the unfair advantage the North get. You know that when we brought the JAM into place, they started giving quota marks, wherein a Northerner who wants to study medicine will be given a cutoff mark of, let's say, 50,
130.
maybe let's say 130. And meanwhile, those from the southeast will be given maybe like
300 and something.
They are saying that because they are not developed, that this tax should not come, because if it comes, it's going to divide the unity of the country. They will be on the losing side. That if Tinubu passes it, Tinubu wants to break the country. But what breaks my heart is the South is quiet.
Southeast is quiet because Southeast is not after federal government. Whatever federal government projects, federal government juicy position, federal government inclusion. Federal government, you see, we don't benefit anything as Igbos from federal government of now. Igbo man is busy doing his business. People that are minding taxes are people that white collar job, people that go to offices, wake up in the morning, go to offices and come back, and at least they are the ones that have various, employed under various designation position by federal government of Nigeria. They are the North, they are the Yoruba, and so on and so forth. But not Igbo man. That's why we turn our back on that. Igbo man is very, very diligent, industrious, doing business, what he knows how to do. What you have in the federal, in Igbo man, in the Southeast there that has to do with federal are those ones teaching at the federal university. I don't know what I understand. They are the one. Because they are still professors, they are doctors, they are university staffers, academic staffers of the university. Igbos are among. That's where it affects us. But when you look at them, they are many anyway. But businessmen, entrepreneurs, enterprising men, merchants. Igbos are largely merchants, entrepreneurs. They don't have anything to do with government. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. So that's why he's not aching us. It doesn't matter. Look at them. They did not go school. They don't know how to do business. All they know, they are waiting for every month, monthly salary. Every month you see every idimango, ukumango, under the dogoyaro, under the tree. That's where they have secretariat. You can't say secretariat like a building like this in the north. They converge every day, early in the morning, under mango tree. That's where they write everything. Now local government secretariat be that. At the end of the month,
Under the mango tree?
I'm telling you, Lagos State will vomit the salary now. River State they there to vomit salary. At the end of the month, you see all manners of Ghana must go. They open it, they drop money for all manners of what? Ghost salaries.
Now it is getting clearer to me why they do not want Nigeria to divide.
I'm telling you, ghost workers are still in their millions in the north. Ghost workers, people that work on name, viral. At the end of the month, what? They distribute money, not pay. They don't disburse. They distribute. Because nobody to challenge them. Do you know how many ghost workers were at least discovered by the former governor of Kaduna State before El Rufai came? That was the early hour, I think, early regime of Buhari too. There are many ghost workers that were sacked. You sack them on right, you don't sack human being because they are imaginary workers. They just put them catching out these Hausa people you see. That's why Hausa they laugh you and I. You are Igbo, you are Yoruba, I'm an Igbo man. Then they laugh. Why? All the designation occupied by the Igbos and the Yorubas, they don't inquire, they don't make much investigation about what is going on at federal level in the north. They are afraid. FIRS, Federal Internal Revenue Service or whatever board. Who is that man? Fowler. Fowler was employed before, and I think he came back again under this administration. Verify all those federal secretariat, all those federal establishments that are sucking taxes that come from Rivers, Lagos State. Investigate them well, you will find out that there are not many. How many of them went to school, by the way? That all these salaries are going there. They don't investigate well. How many Kanu men are educated? How many? These people, we are the one fooling ourselves. Southern Nigeria, Southern senators, Southern ministers, Southern police, Southern generals and colonels. We don't know what we are doing. All the federal forces are filled by these people that don't know their right from their left, and will still stay with them. When they shout, we fear. If they start shouting in the house where lawmakers are, our lawmakers started shivering. They will start shivering because they are afraid of Hausa. Nobody. Do you know how they shout down on Ochomole? When Adam Ochomole say, they are condemning Boko Haram and robbers. So prepare, I support it, but we must condemn ourselves too to death. Because those armed robbers, they are not stealing in billions, they are stealing in millions, and we are sending them to firing squad. Let us prepare include it with lawmakers, ministers, governors, president. They shouted on him. The same Hausa, they are more corrupt than you and I. They are eating us. So you see how it generates, you know, the revenue suggestion, the tax suggestion, you know, that can help at least on our march towards regionalism is being struck out in the house as a policy that is against the Fulani North. That is the system we find ourselves in Nigeria.
Thank you very much for that beautiful piece.